A lot of clouds today, no rain, but there will be rain in Southern California's near future. We'll take a look at that. What does it mean for us in the Coachella Valley? Also, drop in temps. Also, earthquakes, a big story today.
Right, last night. Actually, boy, it wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
Was it early this morning? There was another earthquake.
Right, another 4.2.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so crazy you just said that. I thought it was a dream,
Oh,
but it was
seriously?
actually real.
Yeah, after midnight. And we have still aftershocks rumbling after that 4.9 that we had just a couple days ago.
Wow, okay, all right. Well, you'll be talking a little bit more about that later.
Sure, I'll have the latest count of how many aftershocks we've felt.
Okay, all right, we'll see you shortly. Thanks,
Sure.
Jerry. Our top story this morning, Palm Springs police have identified the victim and the vehicle involved in a fatal hit and run that occurred on Sunday. 56-year-old Ricardo Moreno was lying in the roadway near the intersection of East Vista Chino and Avenida Caballeros on Sunday morning at around 3:30. Moreno was pronounced dead at the scene. The vehicle involved in the hit and run is described as a black 2005 Chevrolet Silverado. Earlier Tuesday, the Palm Springs Police Department served a search warrant in Thousand Palms and seized the vehicle. No arrests have been made in the case. If you have any information, you're encouraged to contact the Palm Springs Police Department at the number you see right here on your screen. Meanwhile, Rebecca Haro, the mother accused of murdering her infant son, Emmanuel Haro, and attempting to report the child as missing, is due back in Riverside Court this morning for a felony settlement conference. This case began back in August when Rebecca and her husband, Jake Haro, reported Emmanuel as kidnapped in Yucaipa. A week later, Riverside and San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arrested the pair, accusing them of killing the child and falsely reporting him as missing. In November, Jake pleaded guilty to the charges and is serving 25 years to life in state prison. Rebecca Haro, however, still maintains her not guilty plea to murder and filing a false police report. She is set to make an appearance this morning at 8:30. Our NBC Palm Springs Brett Rosen will have those updates for us later on today, so stay tuned for that. A 64-year-old Desert Hot Springs man is behind bars this morning on accusations of sexually assaulting minors at his foster home. According to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, deputies have been investigating Sergio Avalos Perez since December 10th, when they first received allegations of abuse at his foster home. On Tuesday, deputies arrested Perez without incident and booked him on $2 million bail. He is scheduled to make his first court appearance in Indio on Thursday to be formally charged for sexual assault on a minor. Officials say they quickly worked with Child Protective Services to remove all children from Perez's foster home when the investigation began and did not specify how many victims there were. They did note that they believe there are more unidentified victims and encouraged them to come forward by calling the Palm Desert Sheriff's Station. Well, as Jerry mentioned earlier, since Monday night, a series of earthquakes has been striking the Indio Hills area. And around 12:30 this morning, another 4.2 magnitude quake struck the area. That's according to the U.S. Geological Survey. It's one of more than 100 since Monday's 4.9 magnitude quake, which was centered in the area. As quakes continue to strike, the Coachella Valley Disaster Preparedness Network is sharing tips to prepare for the long suspected big one. NBC Palm Springs Brett Rosen has more.
Earthquake! Earthquake!
In the past several hours, the Coachella Valley has felt multiple aftershocks. This coming off the initial 4.9 magnitude earthquake that rattled off in the Indio Hills area.
We keep extra candles. This is also a flashlight that turns into like a little lamp, so if you need to do anything.
And this is how one local family has been preparing for a natural disaster the past few years. Robert Pippo, who attended the Coachella Valley Disaster Preparedness event, says he keeps his house stocked in case the big one were to hit. Pippo says being prepared has been the most important thing for him ever since he lived through the Sylmar earthquake in 1971.
And it was a big one, and it was more of a jolting one that we live close to the dam, and they thought the dam had cracked. And so we were evacuating and ended up going to Woodland Hills. But the class that we're going through here today just remind everybody to be prepared, the little things that we need to be aware of, and always have a plan. And food supply, water supply, it's no joke. It's going to happen one day, so we just got to be prepared.
The Coachella Valley not only lives on the San Andreas Fault, but nearby is also the San Jacinto fault line. And experts say it's been long overdue since there has been a huge earthquake. So when it does hit, officials say being prepared, like the Pippo family, is a must.
It has to catch up with the rest of the fault that has moved over the last couple hundred years. And when it does, the shaking will be up to 2 minutes in places and will be very different from the type of earthquakes people have experienced before.
At the preparedness event, items like first aid kits, lanterns, and extra water were shown as some of the most important items to have in a go bag. The president of the Coachella Valley Disaster Preparedness Network, Mitch Brown, says due to the valley's size, being prepared is also about making sure you don't have to rely on first responders.
When help does arrive, they're going to go to the larger cities around us like San Diego and Los Angeles. And what that means is we're going to be on our own for several weeks, and we have to be prepared for that.
I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
We're going to head out for a live look at our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. Jerry's in the Weather Center with a little more on those earthquakes for us. Jerry?
Yeah, I got the count. Of course, a couple days ago, we had that 4.9 with a lot of aftershocks afterwards north of Indio in the Little San Bernardino Mountains. Here's a look at all the aftershocks at 1 or better on the magnitude scale. So 4.9, again, that was a couple days ago. That was this one right here. And then we had a 4.2 just after midnight this morning and just south of that original shaker. So we have a lot of aftershocks going on here, and they still continue. The count is 2, of course, 4s, 10 3s, and 21 2s. Also 196 ones. So, I mean, the little rumbles continue around the area. Okay, 52 degrees right now in Palm Springs, light winds and 44% relative humidity. That number going up over the next couple of days as a disturbance begins to move towards Southern California. 46 degrees currently, Yucca Valley, 48, 29 Palms, 59 and clouds at Desert Hot Springs, 49 the city of Coachella, 42, make that 52 degrees at Palm Desert. Winds light right now, not going to be an issue. Radar quiet over Southern California, but that'll change beginning tomorrow and into Friday as a disturbance begins to move its way toward the coastline. More on that in the full forecast. Today, yeah, ridge of high pressure is still kind of hanging on, so temps will be slightly above normal in some areas, 70 to 74 with building clouds around the area. As far as rain chances on Thursday, a smattering of showers to our north and west, and a little better shot in Southern California. We'll take a closer look at the rain chances for us coming up in just a few minutes. But dew points in the 30s today, peak temps at around 3, 4 o'clock. That includes a 72-degree reading in Palm Springs, pretty close to normal there. 72 also at Indio, 73 Palm Desert, and La Quinta 74, Rancho Mirage. Comfort Air 3-day. We'll see clouds again tomorrow, 71 degrees. And then the best shot of rain for Southern California looks like it'll be Friday. Temperatures move down, upper 60s for highs. Again, a closer look at some of the computer models as far as rain chances for our area and a peek ahead to next week, all on the way. Mary.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Well, community members are set to protest ICE activity tonight at Indio City Hall. It's being coordinated by Coachella Valley Women's March and Code Pink Coachella Valley, with protesters gathering at 45th Avenue and Jackson Street in Indio at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The group will march to Indio City Hall in time for the city's council meeting at 5 o'clock, where they're encouraging community members to submit public comment against the increase of immigration and customs enforcement in the city. California Republicans are turning to the Supreme Court for help in blocking state Proposition 50 that would redraw congressional maps before the midterm election this year. In the emergency filing to the court on Tuesday, Republican lawyers argue the new California maps draw lines expressly using race, violating federal law. A federal court already rejected that claim last week. The challenge comes as California's candidate filing period is set to begin next month. The maps, which were approved by California voters back in November, are projected to eliminate as many as 5 Republican-held seats in the House of Representatives come the midterm election. The filing also asks to temporarily reinstate the state's previous district map while the case is appealed. After a 10-year hiatus, a popular wellness tradition is making a comeback in Desert Hot Springs. The Miracle Hill Spa Tour is returning, giving visitors a chance to soak in the city's famous mineral waters while also supporting a very good cause. NBC Palm Springs' Alondra Campos has that story for us.
Desert Hot Springs has long been known as a haven for healing, home to some of the cleanest natural mineral water.
Desert Hot Springs competes in the Berkeley Springs International Water Competition, and it's for municipal water supplies. And we've won it many times, and we're always in the top 3 or 4 or 5. The hot water that comes through here, that comes from San Gorgonio, takes 7 years to get here, heats up, and then these wonderful spas pump it out of the ground.
Now that legacy is front and center with the return of the Desert Hot Springs Miracle Hill Spa Tour, reviving a longtime tradition of welcoming guests into some of the city's most private spas.
This is your opportunity to see all that stuff and maybe make plans to come back for a spa service or a day spa or a couple of nights on a special staycation.
The tour kicks off at Cabot's Pueblo Museum, where guests will learn more about the city's rich history and then have the opportunity to tour multiple private facilities and participate in educational seminars led by top health and spa experts. One of the participating locations is Sagewater Spa, located at the top of Miracle Hill.
Sagewater Springs has such a long history in this desert. It was built in 1954. Our property really attracts the person and the people who want to have a private experience, have it be very quiet and calm.
Spa owner Dana Solomon tells us the spa sits atop one of the hottest hot springs in the city.
The water comes out of the ground here at 155 degrees Fahrenheit, and it comes right out of the earth on this property. Then it flows into the hot pool, which we keep about 102 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it flows into the big swimming pool and out onto the land and back into our local natural aquifer.
But this tour is not just about relaxation, it's about turning self-care into community care, with a portion of every ticket supporting the Desert Animal Community Center.
This is really our first fundraiser here in Desert Hot Springs. The ticket sales will help us provide funds to our Save Fund, which then will allow us to help people who come into our doors and need medical assistance for their animals, and the financial assistance as well.
For the center, the partnership is also about community connection.
We're new to Desert Hot Springs, but the welcome that we have received has been incredible. Since we opened in August, we have had over 3,900 appointments and serving over 2,200 pet owners.
For NBC Palm Springs, Alondra Campos.
Well, coming up on your morning news, I stopped by for a visit with nutrition expert Starkey Sowers at Clark's Nutrition to talk about ways to care for your skin from the inside out. And later, NBC Palm Springs' Antonio Marquez has a story of 3 community members getting a new chance at independence through the gift of a car. That's all coming up. But first, let's head back outside, take a live look at your Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Meteorologist Jerry Steffen is going to break down your full 7-day AccuWeather forecast. That's all straight ahead.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Wellness Wednesday is sponsored by Clark's Nutrition Natural Foods Market. Live better, we can help.
We spend a lot of time talking about what we put on our skin, but true beauty starts from within. We are at Clark's Nutrition today with Starkey Sowers, with the man of the hour who really knows about beauty from the inside out.
Now that's one of the things for sure when it comes to beauty on the inside. One thing that we do know is this is, as you said, it does start with eating right.
Yeah.
So hate it when we have to get rid of the junk food, right? Got to get rid of the donuts, got to get rid of the fried foods, got to get rid of all the junk foods, all stuff like that. It's kind of a bummer, right? But
so what do we incorporate that's easy to get into the routine?
So simple things. First of all, like I put yogurt up here. Some probiotics are great for anti-inflammatory actions in the body. They're also necessary for skin health. I brought you one of your favorite probiotics.
This is my all-time favorite.
Right.
I've tried, first of all, you turned me on to kombucha.
Yeah.
I'd never had it before. And it's really important to get the right one because
Absolutely.
I've had quite a few different.
Some are flat, some are fizzy,
very
some
flat.
are, yeah.
This one is Synergy. It's my go-to now because
it's the go-to.
Fizzy, it's fun, and I have so much energy afterwards.
It's wild because you get this kind of like energy, but at the same time kind of relaxed.
Yeah,
fun
it's
stuff.
great.
The other thing is fats, Mary. When you look at fats, you look at omega-3s, omega-6s, omega-9s. They're always in the news. You know, the seed oils and things of that nature that we talk about that are supposed to be creating all this inflammation. The biggest thing is the balance between omega-3s and omega-6s, right?
Okay.
So we need more omega-3s. It's very hard for us to get omega-3s in our diet, all right? So it's just critical.
So we have to supplement it.
It's either that or eat fish. And like I was talking to Brian, you know, the sales rep today, like and we're here on the set and everything. I go, Brian, you ever eat like fish? And he's like, maybe if it's fried.
Right, exactly.
But the fact of the matter is, omega-3s are hard to get. Supplementation obviously becomes so much easier. And of course, our favorite supplementation is without a question.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the omega-3s, that comes from the barley.
So you like this Udo's oil? It has 369 blend.
I brought the Udo's choice because Udo was the guy who started the whole thing on fats. He wrote a book that was called Fats That Heal and Fats That Kill.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
What a title,
to
right?
the point.
And he came to our stores and did a bunch of different seminars and stuff like that. When it came down to it, his biggest thing he says, Americans just don't get omega-3s.
Wow,
so, you
interesting.
know, there's the omega-3 moment, give you a little touch. And as you know, it tastes like pina colada. Anybody that tastes this.
Are you kidding me?
Right?
I could put that in a glass and drink it down.
Drink it all day long.
Are you, what?
Isn't that so great? Pina colada. Doesn't get any better than that.
It tastes just like pina colada.
Right.
But this is fish oil. That is
fish oil.
Craziest.
So emulsified digestive, if you have burps or things of that nature, it's not going to have any burping action whatsoever.
I mean, this is literally like dessert.
It is dessert.
And it's healthy for you.
And
it's amazing.
olive oil is without a question an omega-9. As we know, it's another great beneficial oil for anti-inflammatory. Mary, I brought you some olive oil I thought you're going to like. Okay, you're just going to have to eat a little bit of it. Just tell me what you think, all right? I think it's like one of the best tasting ones that we have, without a question. So this is like a Californian extra virgin. Cool
I've
stuff.
had this one and I really love it.
It is good. It is great.
Boy, that is so good.
And so then the other thing is when it comes to collagen, you and I are both collagen freaks. We know without a question, obviously, collagen makes a difference. It literally says right on the front, reduces fine lines and wrinkles in 28 days. We know that it works, but I thought if we talk about a couple other things. A lot of people don't like collagen, right? So one of the things that collagen does, it helps produce hyaluronic acid. So you can use hyaluronic acid in a capsule with some other different things that builds collagen.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Starkey.
Thank you,
This
Mary.
is
Thanks for
super
being
great.
here with us.
It's so beautiful. I know you just renovated the store. It's just so sparkly and
Yeah, it
gorgeous.
looks
So
so
thanks for
good.
having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Great to see you. And we'll be right back.
NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to NBCPalmSprings.com.
Sunrise time, about 10 minutes to the top of the hour, but as the rays begin to move around the horizon, we're seeing some pretty colors on our Walter Clark 111 cam. Yeah, a lot of pinks, oranges, yellows, some even kind of hazy blues and grays. But yeah, overcast conditions for the most part from Southern California. Yesterday we had some sunshine, high clouds, 80 degrees. Right now starting out in the 40s and 50s, 47 degrees at Indio. At this hour, 53 at the airport, 60 at Desert Hot Springs. Winds under 10 miles an hour, just breezy and nothing on radar yet. Beginning tomorrow, things will change a little bit. Most rain we can see is well offshore. Basically, that will be moving its way in our direction beginning tomorrow. Now, as far as dense fog, we have an advisory out through 9 o'clock, western Riverside County, parts of Orange County, and down to the western part of San Diego County. Again, that expires at 9 o'clock. Visibility down to a quarter mile in some areas. Little heads up if you're heading west. High pressure weakening, but still in control of our forecast. 70 to 74 range of highs with building clouds around the area. As far as temps today, 72 degrees in Palm Springs and Indio, 73 at Palm Desert. Overnight lows in the low to middle 50s tonight under plenty of clouds. Okay, that low pressure center we've been talking about over the past couple of days has developed. It'll make its way toward the coastline tomorrow and into Friday. And we're looking at a chance of rain for Southern California and much of the Southwest. But according to the GFS forecast, it looks like we'll be left out of that precipitation. As far as rainfall estimates over the next few days, the GFS says nothing for the valley or areas today. But beginning tomorrow, especially late in the day on Thursday, we could see some mountain showers, very light stuff. But the best shot of rain looks like it'll happen on Friday. Nothing for the valley, maybe a couple sprinkles. We'll have clouds and up to 1/10 of an inch to our west, so not a lot of accumulation. And cooler temps, too. I mean, instead of 70s, we're going to get some upper 60s on Friday with clouds. 67 degrees in Palm Springs, 67 degrees at Cathedral City, 68 Rancho Mirage, 69 degrees at Indio. Winds not really an issue today. Tomorrow, it'll be basically a westerly flow, a little stronger late on Friday, but then after that system begins to exit the area, it'll be northeasterly winds again and a little gusty around the San Antonio Pass in Desert Hot Springs. Surface moisture, we get a little bump with that system moving through on Friday, and then we'll begin to dry out Saturday, especially Sunday, as a lot of dry air begins to move into the area. Okay, let's review. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, low 70s today with clouds. Tomorrow, 71 degrees, and we'll see some rain to the west of us, just light stuff. Best shot of precipitation for Southern California Friday. Nothing really for the valley, a couple sprinkles at best. 67 degrees for the high under clouds. And we'll start out with clouds on Saturday, end up with sunshine with a high of 70 degrees, 75 by Tuesday of next week. All right, hashtag Holiday Calendar and Pop Quiz brought to you by One Coachella Valley. We have a couple questions loosely related to one of the days today. But what's happening today? Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. It's National Cheesy Socks Day. We came prepared.
We really did.
Yes, we did. We have our cheesy socks on.
There's Jerry's cheesy socks.
Of course, we're going to see clouds today, so I have my cloud socks on. And who are you wearing today?
Okay, I'm wearing a Palm Springs. It's all of the wonderful icons here in Palm Springs.
What?
You see, there's a Marilyn Monroe statue on there. I don't know if you can see her, but it's everything Palm Springs.
I want a pair of Palm
you?
Springs socks.
Don't you love it? I just love it. I love your socks.
Yeah, it tells the forecast today, building clouds, right? Also, I brought some other ones I thought I'd show off today. I have my Packer socks.
Oh,
see,
wow,
here.
look at that.
This is one of my favorites because I like spicy foods, but jalapeno socks.
Your pepper socks.
Yeah,
oh, goodness.
Okay. My Pride socks.
Oh, look at those.
So wear that with
Very
Pride Week or something like that. Let's see what else. Oh, I have an Office socks.
Oh,
the TV
Office
show.
socks. The Office. Wow.
And one of my favorites is, because I'm a science guy, the NASA socks. Okay.
So you've been hiding these under your pants the entire time?
Yes.
I never knew?
Nobody knows.
I mean, wow.
We'll talk about boxer shorts some other day.
Oh, no.
Okay, what else is going on? It's a National Granola Bar Day today, so grab one on the way out. Also, National Hug Your Puppy Day.
Oh.
National Hug Your Puppy Day.
I'm going to
So,
do that
do you
today.
have a puppy?
Yes, it's
Okay.
my dad's dog, Shorty. So I will be giving him a big squeeze today.
Yeah, Fido needs a little loving. Also, National Squirrel Appreciation Day. It's just a day to learn more about the cute nut-gathering rodents with big fluffy tails.
Oh.
And there's one right there. Aw.
So cute.
Okay, we're going to put squirrel in today's pop quiz
What?
today. 2 squirrel-related questions. Here we go. Number 1. One of the characters in the SpongeBob SquarePants animated television series is a karate-loving, science-savvy squirrel from Texas who resides in a home called the Tree Dome. What is the name of this astronaut suit-wearing squirrel?
Goodness.
You know this one? Is
You
it
know
A,
what?
Rocky, B, Sprat, or C, Sandy Cheeks?
I think, should we go with the control room first? Because I know you guys have all watched this. No, you haven't. Yes,
No,
you
you have to go first. You have to go first. Okay.
I'm going to go with Rocky.
Okay, control room.
SpongeBob. Oh, no, it's everybody see. I knew it. They know.
Yeah, Rocky and
Darn
Bullwinkle.
it.
That's the
Sandy
squirrel there.
Cheeks.
Scrat is from Ice Age, I believe.
Darn it.
Yeah, Sandy Cheeks is the answer.
Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah.
What
SpongeBob.
kind of name is that?
Gotta watch the
Goodness
cartoon.
me.
A little twang in her voice, too.
Oh, no.
That's animated squirrel. The country music singer, this country music singer is best known for a handful of novelty recordings in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. A few of his Billboard Top 20 recordings include Guitar Zan, The Streak, and Mississippi Squirrel Revival. Name this performer who celebrates birthday number 87 this Saturday. Is it A, Ray Stevens, B, Stan Freberg, or C, Weird Al Yankovic? Back to the control room. Who did Mississippi Squirrel Revival? It's playing in the background, by the way. Got a B. Yeah, Nick can't play because he's playing the song.
Can you guys turn it up?
Okay,
I'm going to go Ray Stevens.
Yeah, Ray Stevens is correct. You got that one right. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Gosh. rolling
Happy
on
Squirrel Day,
50%.
and put on your crazy socks before you head out the door. Back in a bit.
As the squirrel made laps inside her dress, she began to cry and then to confess to sin.
Connecting the Valley. This is NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Welcome back on this Wednesday, January 21st. I'm Mary Strong. Jerry Stephan will join us from the Weather Center in just a bit with your forecast. But first, let's take a look at your top stories this morning. Authorities are investigating an incident with a Coachella Valley Unified School District bus driver and a student. According to CVUSD, they're cooperating with the investigation and they've placed the driver on administrative leave. The identity of the bus driver, and we still don't know the nature of that investigation. We'll keep you updated when more information becomes available. Take a look at this. A rolling garbage truck fire was reported Tuesday afternoon in Cathedral City Cove. Trash was picked up by Burtec Waste Disposal. It was caught on fire in the back of the garbage truck. Cathedral City firefighters pulled the burning debris from the back of the truck and then extinguished mounds of flaming rubbish in the middle of the street. Charlesworth Drive near Vista del Valle Court had to be shut down. Smoke could be seen for miles. Palm Springs International Airport delivered a record-setting year in 2025. The airport welcomed more than 3.3 million passengers, an increase of over 2% compared to 2024. Airport officials say that increase was driven by strong domestic travel demand. PSP set 5 all-time monthly passenger records, including March of 2025, the busiest month in its history, with nearly 500,000 travelers passing through the terminal. Despite serving more passengers, the airport handled fewer flights overall as airlines continue shifting to larger, quieter, and more fuel-efficient aircraft. The sounds of the desert are heading south as 50 Cathedral City High School band students are packing their instruments and passports for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Costa Rica. Arlandra Campos joins us live in studio to tell us more about this opportunity. Hi, Arlandra.
Good morning, Mary, and that's right. Students from all 5 bands at Cathedral City High School will spend a week immersed in Costa Rican culture, learning from local musicians and even performing with municipal bands. I spoke with students and their director as they prepare for the trip of a lifetime and continue their fundraising efforts to make it all happen. It starts with the sound of practice. And ends with a journey that will take these students far from home. In just a couple of months, these Cathedral City Lions will leave the den, pack their instruments, and travel across the country to Costa Rica.
There was an opportunity for us to perform down there with some municipal bands and with the music conservatory down there. So we took that opportunity, and yeah, we're leaving in about 2 months.
For many, it's their first time leaving the country and a chance to see how far music can take them.
I want to be a music teacher in the future, for especially like an instructor for little children. So I want to have like fun little cute stories that I can tell them, and then I'm sure like it's gonna help me grow a lot in my musicianship with this trip.
The music they're learning now is inspired by Costa Rican culture, the same culture they'll soon experience firsthand.
In fact, one of the pieces that we're playing is called Tico, which soy Tico in Costa Rica means I'm Costa Rican, and the whole piece is built on this folk song from Costa Rica, and we're going to go down and play the band version of that down there.
For junior Christopher Frias Torres, a saxophonist on the jazz band, performing in a new country will be his first glimpse beyond home.
I'm looking forward to traveling outside the country because I've never done that before, and Costa Rica just seems really nice. I've seen photos online, it looks beautiful.
This trip, however, is not only a big opportunity, but also a big financial commitment. Each student must cover a cost of $3,600 for travel, lodging, and programs.
We are about $5,000 short of our goal. We have a big event on February 28th. It's called Stardust. It's a big music festival that we put on here at the high school. And for this particular event, we're going to be using those funds to help with the Costa Rica trip.
Until then, these students continue to practice day in and day out, playing every note with purpose. The band will depart to Costa Rica in April and continue to fundraise in the following months. To learn more about how to support them, you can visit NBCPalmSprings.com. Live in studio, I'm Alondra Campos. Back to you, Mary.
Thanks so much, Alondra. What a wonderful program. Well, this week, 3 Palm Springs area residents got a chance to regain independence and stability for their families. They got a very special gift through a program that supports veterans, first responders, and families in need. NBC Palm Springs' Antonio Marquez has her story.
That's right. For 3 residents of the Palm Springs area, a new set of car keys represents far more than transportation. It's a chance to move forward. Today, families facing difficult circumstances received a refurbished vehicle designed to restore independence, stability, and hope. The presentation took place at Desert Willow Golf Resort in Palm Desert as part of the National Auto Body Council Palm Springs Changing and Saving Lives fundraiser. The foundation works to support veterans, military members, first responders, and families in need while using the collision repair industry to positively impact local communities. The recipients were nominated by local organizations. Maria Flores was nominated by the Variety Children's Charity of the Desert and still remembers the struggle she went through before.
Riding the bus when it's windy and it's cold, and having her in a stroller, I would cover her with a blanket.
Now Maria's daughter proudly honks the horn of the new family car that would change their lives.
Before it was stressful. It was headaches, dealing with things you gotta deal with, in transportation.
Henry Arroyo, owner of Fixed Auto Collision, worked alongside other partners to give the donated cars a second life.
Floors, engine, wheels got repainted. So I get excited because it's paying it forward, helping somebody is the most amazing thing.
Organizers say the National Auto Body Council has donated more than 3,750 vehicles nationwide through its Recycle Rights program, valued at $67 million. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
NBC Palm Springs Sports, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Your Coachella Valley Firebirds are back on home ice tonight. Your Birds are facing off against the San Jose Barracuda. Puck drops at 6:30 tonight and comes after a 3-0 win against the Abbotsford Canucks over the weekend. Tonight is also golf night at the arena. Fans will get a free microfiber golf towel. Of course, you can also watch the action on our sister station, My Firebirds TV, if you can't make it out to the game. The American Express tees off tomorrow morning at PGA West La Quinta Country Club. The best of the best will go head-to-head on the course, including world-ranked #1 player Scottie Scheffler. Yesterday, our Tim O'Brien was in the media tent and spoke to Scheffler about why the American Express is one of his favorite events to start off the year.
I think it's a nice way for me to start the year here in the the 48 states. I usually like starting the year in Kapalua. That means you've had a good previous year, and then it's always fun to be able to go to Hawaii to start the year. But I love playing this event to start. You get to come here to kind of see where your game's at. You get a good gauge of kind of where you're at just based upon you're not really playing in too many conditions, and you got to be sharp around this place to make enough birdies in order to compete. And so it's a good way to kind of gauge where I'm at to start the year, and then yeah, it's a fun event.
Well, that isn't the only fun to be had this weekend. On the greens, Friday and Saturday, the American Express will host Old Dominion and One Republic. They'll be playing right on the course. Well, up next, we sit down with Broadway star Christine Andreas to talk about her upcoming show at the McCallum Theater. But first, we're going to head outside and take a live look at your Agua Caliente Casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Wow, what a gorgeous view to start off this Wednesday morning. I hope you enjoy it. Straight ahead, Jerry's going to give you your forecast. Stay right here.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to NBCPalmSprings.com. Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website.
Yeah, clouds were building yesterday, a lot of fair weather clouds. Today, they thicken a little more, as you can see in our tram cam view here over the Coachella Valley. Yesterday, we had above normal numbers. We had some sunshine, 80 degrees in Palm Springs, 71 is our normal high, and we'll be closer to that beginning today as we head toward the weekend. 47 degrees at Yucca Valley, 46 Indio, 57,000 Palms, Palm Springs. Cloudy, 53 degrees, and winds are light around Southern California. Should not be an issue today. As far as radar, we're not seeing any echoes around the area. Offshore, where are they? There they are. A few sprinkles, that's about it, over the Pacific Ocean. But we have a chance of rain as we move into tomorrow. More on that coming up. Just a heads up, we have a dense fog advisory through 9 o'clock. Western parts of Riverside County, parts of Orange County, and western San Diego County. Visibility in some of those areas down to a quarter mile. Heading to the west, yeah, expect some low visibility. 70 to 74, so the numbers come down compared to yesterday. Extra clouds playing a role in that. High pressure still with us, but weakening as the disturbance begins to form off the coast and heading in our direction. 72 is all you're going to get for high today compared to the 80 yesterday, so closer to normal in Palm Springs. Indio 72, 73 Palm Desert, overnight lows in the low to middle 50s under clouds. Now that closed low will be offshore beginning tomorrow and beginning to pull up some moisture in Southern California. Basically light showers. We're not expecting a lot of rain with this system as it begins to move through the area. And by Friday, it'll be just off the coast of San Diego County, again pulling up moisture over the southwest. And the GFS is what we're being looking at here. Keeps all the rain basically out of the Coachella Valley. And the ensemble forecast kind of agrees. You'll see that here. This is the ensemble forecast for today, and then we're looking at tomorrow, maybe a hit and miss light shower in the mountains, nothing for the valley. But the best shot of rain for our area looks like it'll happen on Friday. Again, nothing really for the valley, a couple sprinkles at best, and even west of us, 1/10 of an inch total accumulation. It'll be cooler on Friday with clouds. 67 degrees in Palm Springs, 69 is all you're going to get at Indio. Winds not an issue today, tomorrow. Friday, it'll be onshore but light. But Saturday, after we get that shift, it'll be northeasterly winds. Santa Ana winds a little gusty, but in the wind-prone areas only. No wind advisories have been posted, and surface moisture does move up as that system passes through the southwest on Friday. But then we get a wind shift out of the northeast Saturday, especially Sunday. Drier air returns this weekend. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, lower 70s with clouds. A chance of rain to our west on Thursday. No rain Friday, but that looks like the best shot of rain for Southern California. We'll get cooler air with clouds. 67 degrees in Palm Springs. Low 70s Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Mid 70s Tuesday of next week.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Broadway powerhouse Christine Andreas is bringing her new one-woman show, Swonderful, to the McCallum Theater this Thursday. The Tony Award nominee is touring the country, and we are lucky enough to have her for one intimate night right here in Palm Desert. The performance features cabaret-style seating, creating a close personal experience with one of Broadway's most celebrated voices. Joining me now to talk about the show is Christine Andreas. Christine, thank you so much for being here with us today.
I'm thrilled, Mary. Thanks for asking.
What can audiences expect when they walk into your new show?
Well, it's been said that I'm an elixir and mesmerizing and bewitching, and that I fill you up and make you buoyant and all these things. So I guess they can expect all of that. And I suggest they have a good night's sleep. So they have the energy for me.
You're actually accompanied by Broadway composer Martin Silvestri, who also happens to be your husband and longtime musical director. What has it been like creating and performing this show together?
It's been like all the shows we create and perform together. Our first gig was the White House. So you can imagine how just that I know. And it was the first time I'd really done this kind of performance, cabaret. Marty's very grounding. Marty's a composer. Marty's Mr. Showman. So I have somebody at my back who really knows what they're doing, you know, and since cabaret is maybe the most exposed of all art forms, it's just you. There's no character. There's no cast. It's just you standing there with your fingers crossed that you're going to, you know, hit all the marks you set for yourself. It's really great to have, you know, somebody on the stage that has your back. And, you know, many times he's filled in and said something really pithy. And the audience often, you know, just falls totally, they always fall totally in love with him. And they love our thing together because we're a couple. And they love that sort of synergy that we have. That's a huge response we get from the audiences all the time. Like, wow, we just love watching you two, like, do the thing you do on stage. And I'm going, what do? We exist.
Let's talk a little bit about the cabaret style seating. From what I'm understanding, the audience is actually on stage with you. How does that intimate setting shape the experience for both you and the audience?
Well, I've done this before on the stage, and you have to understand the theater is my home. I learned this a long time ago for all the reasons I just told you. It's rather nerve-wracking being all alone up there. It's my home, and the stage is probably the heart of my home. So with the audience on stage, they're actually coming into my heart, and that's just where I want them. And you know, it's exciting to be on the stage. They begin to understand what it's like to be up there doing what an artist does. So there's a connection that's really special and genuine and heartfelt. I love that kind of a setting.
Broadway World Stephen Mosher called the show magical and said it moved his girlfriend to tears.
Yeah.
Why do you think this particular show connects so deeply and emotionally with audiences?
Well, it connects, I think, because, you know, as I say in the show, there's a lot going on out there, you know? And so people are a little unnerved and a little on shifting sands, no matter, you know, which side of the fence or what your beliefs are. And the show is encouraging, and it reminds you of your power as a human. And it reminds you, without being preachy, you know, and it reminds you, an artist's job is to remind you of the beauty that's out there, that's always been out there, and to see it and enjoy it, you know, not just stay nervous the entire 24 hours a day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're so lucky to have you for one night here in Palm Desert. There are still tickets available, although it's mostly sold out, but there are tickets available for this Thursday, January 22nd to see Swonderful. You can head to McCallumTheater.org to get your tickets. Christine, thank you so much for your time today. We really look forward to seeing you on stage on Thursday night.
Thank you, Mary.
And we'll be right back.
Watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website.
Here's a quick recap of your top local stories. Rebecca Haro, the mother accused of murdering her infant son, Emmanuel Haro, and attempting to report the child as missing, is due back in Riverside Court this morning for a felony settlement conference. The case began back in August when Rebecca and her husband, Jake Haro, reported Emmanuel as kidnapped in Yucaipa. A week later, Riverside and San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arrested the pair, accusing them of killing the child and falsely reporting him as missing. Rebecca is set to make an appearance this morning at 8:30. Our NBC Palm Springs' Brett Rosen will have those updates for us later on today. Palm Springs International Airport delivered a record-setting year in 2025. The airport welcomed more than 3.3 million passengers, an increase of over 2% compared to 2024. Airport officials say that increase was driven by strong domestic travel demand. And tomorrow, we're teaming up with Sunline Transit Agency for a community clothing drive supporting Desert Best Friends Closet. It all gets started at 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow at Sunline's administration building in Thousand Palms. Community members are invited to donate new or gently used professional and semi-formal clothing. Desert Best Friends Closet provides free interview attire, prom dresses, and professional clothing to people in need across the Coachella Valley. For more information, you can visit sunline.org. And time for a little recap of our weather forecast.
Yeah, by the way, we had a 4.2 earthquake aftershock from the 4.9 2 days ago. That was after midnight, so early this morning, 4.2, and the aftershocks continued to rumble. Okay, as far as the weather, a little extra cloud cover today, and that'll be the case as we move toward Friday. Low 70s, a little cooler than yesterday, closer to normal with the numbers. High pressure weakening, but 72 degrees under mostly cloudy skies in Palm Springs, Indio, Indian Wells, 71 Desert Hot Springs, La Quinta, 73 degrees, 74 at Cathedral City. Checking out the 7-day forecast. Well, tomorrow, again, lower 70s. We'll still see some clouds in and out of the area. A chance of rain for Southern California looks like it'll be on Friday. But for the valley, maybe a sprinkle. Really no measurable rain for us, but cooler temps, upper 60s for highs, back to the lower 70s Saturday.
Thanks for watching this morning. We've got more news coming your way at 11 on your midday news, and we hope you go out and make it a great Wednesday today. See you back here tomorrow morning.